The United States grapples with a major labor dispute as a strike cripples shipping operations across its East and Gulf Coast ports. This strike, during peak season for global trade, has sent shockwaves through the nation's supply chains. The impact is immediate, threatening to disrupt the flow of goods and damage the U.S. economy. Stalled negotiations between the International Longshoremen's Association and the United States Maritime Alliance have brought maritime commerce to a standstill. This work stoppage comes when the nation can ill afford further disruptions. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed vulnerabilities in global trade networks. Now this strike threatens to exacerbate bottlenecks and fuel inflation. The specter of empty shelves and soaring prices looms large. The coming days will be critical as both sides face pressure to find common ground. The crux of this dispute lies in the inability of the International Longshoremen's Association and the United States Maritime Alliance to find common ground on a new labor contract. The previous 6-year contract expired on September 30th, paving the way for this impasse. The ILA, seeking to secure better wages and benefits for its members, has been pushing for substantial increases. The USMX, however, argues that the ILA's demands are unreasonable and out of step with current economic realities. While acknowledging the hard work and dedication of dock workers, shipping companies contend that acceding to the union's demands would cripple their businesses and harm the competitiveness of U.S. ports. Adding fuel to the fire is the contentious issue of automation. Shipping companies have increasingly sought to introduce automation technologies at ports to enhance efficiency and reduce labor costs. The ILA, however, views automation as a threat to jobs and has demanded protections for its members. Negotiations, which have been ongoing for months, have been characterized by acrimony and a lack of progress on key issues. The ILA accuses the USMX of stalling tactics and refusing to bargain in good faith. The USMX, in turn, blames the union's intransigence for the breakdown in talks. The impact of the strike is being felt acutely at major ports along the U.S. East and Gulf coasts. From bustling container terminals to sprawling cargo yards, the rhythm of maritime activity has been replaced by an eerie silence. Among the most heavily affected ports are Port of New York and New Jersey. As the busiest port on the East Coast, handling billions of dollars worth of cargo annually, the impact here is particularly severe. Port of Savannah. A critical gateway for agricultural exports and manufactured goods, Savannah's port is also grappling with the fallout from the strike. Port of Houston. The largest port in the Gulf Coast, Houston serves as a vital hub for energy exports and imports of raw materials. Port of Virginia. Another key player in the U.S. supply chain, the Port of Virginia handles a significant volume of containerized cargo. These ports, along with others along the affected coastline, are now facing mounting backlogs as ships remain stranded at sea or anchored offshore. The flow of goods has been severely disrupted, creating a ripple effect that is being felt across multiple industries. Economic fallout: billions hang in the balance. The economic implications of this strike are staggering. Experts estimate that a prolonged work stoppage could cost the U.S. economy billions of dollars per day. The cost of this strike is not merely an abstract figure, it represents lost wages, disrupted businesses, and a blow to consumer confidence. A report by the American Trucking Associations, or ATA, estimates that a one-week strike at these ports could result in a staggering $3.78 billion loss in economic activity. This figure underscores the interconnectedness of the U.S. economy and the vital role these ports play in facilitating trade. The longer the strike continues, the more pronounced the economic fallout will be. Businesses that rely on the timely delivery of goods will face production delays, lost sales, and potential damage to their reputations. Consumers, in turn, can expect to see higher prices, limited product availability, and a decline in overall economic well-being. Collateral damage from cars to cereal, a supply chain under siege. The strike's impact extends far beyond the immediate vicinity of the affected ports. Its ripple effects are being felt across a wide range of industries, disrupting supply chains. Among the hardest hit are automotive, food and agriculture, pharmaceuticals, and retail. The auto industry is particularly vulnerable to disruptions in maritime shipping. Major automakers are worried about production slowdowns and plant closures. The strike threatens to disrupt the flow of agricultural goods to international markets. Delays could lead to spoilage, lost revenue, and higher food prices. The pharmaceutical industry relies on global supply chains for essential medications. Disruptions could lead to shortages of critical drugs. Retailers are heavily reliant on the timely arrival of merchandise from overseas. The strike threatens to leave shelves bare and dampen consumer spending. These industries, already grappling with pandemic effects, now face an unprecedented crisis. Tune in to Strange News Network for all the latest updates on this developing story.